Hi, everybody. John Anderson here of the Beer Ramble looking at Genesee Beer, founded in 1878. 4.5 ABV. Other site says it's 5%. So, uh, Genesee Brewery, one of the historic breweries, found again as the beer came out in 78. So did this brewery found in 1878. So is this beer. This is their flagship beer. Poor score all the way around. Beer Advocate and the Alstrom brothers, the Bros, give it a negative score. Um, Poor. Rate beer, 1 for this overall, 20 for the style. They don't like it. Anyway, as you can see by the beer, 6-row barley malts, corn grits, and hops from Yakima Valley in Washington State. As you can see, it's a pale lager or American Adjunct Lager style. As you look at the beer, looks like your typical lager. Look, not much clarity. Looks a little yellow. A little fizz on top. Onto the scent. Has its standard, a lot of corn. Definitely smell that. Some vegetables. It is malty. I will say that. Mm. Has that very uniqueness to it. Standard. It's not Bud. It's not like your other lagers that we've known to have, but some scent to it. But on to the taste. A lager. Nothing really special about this. I mean, it's okay. Do get some of the malts. Do get some of that. A little bit of corn. I do taste in this. It's very smooth. It's not harsh going down. So you know, it's okay. I mean, nothing really to cram about. Uh, this is my first time having this. See my other reviews I did of Genesee, and I know the beer was very popular growing up where I lived. I'm originally from New Jersey, if you don't know by now. All my videos I've done. Um, this was not something. I mean, I did see some of their beers at some of the liquor stores growing up, but it was not something I would like. Hey, I need to run and try this once came of legal drinking age, which was um, you know, typical kid. Where I got some cash. Me and my brothers want to get ripped. We went to um, Budweiser, Miller Lite, budget beers at the time. Mostly six packs we got, but we never really bought any of the stuff. The budget beers. We didn't know Miller Lite, Budweiser, Coors. Those were Strohs, Meisterbrow. They were well known. Heineken and Guinness. Those are the things we mostly consumed, but nothing really like Genesee or anything like that. So Ballantine Ale, we did have. I had some of that. So, not bad. I mean, a little history of the brewery, of course. Genesee, founded in 1878. It was under the name Risky and Spies, and then they changed the name to Genesee. Um, the brewery has gone through a lot of different ownerships, but they've kept the name of these beers, you know, the name just to sort of keep the historic presence of this beer. Um, they've changed the can. If you've seen some of the reviews of Genesee over the years, on YouTube, and they had a plain white can, but this is the first can I've seen that has all the stars and all on it. So, um, different ownership group. Then recently, or I say not recently, maybe 7 years ago, the company was bought out by a investment firm, bought it out and sort of brought back some of the tradition of Genesee beers. You know, kept the ownership, the staff, and everything else still intact over the years, and that's kind of very important that you do. You know, those who've made the beer and those who are in the community and know the people, what the people like and what they want and what they've had over the years. The last thing they want to see is some sense of change or some, the recipes being, different from what they had years ago when they first tried any of these beers. Um, Also, the company has contracts with with puts out brews other beers that are exclusively made for local or regional or national, you know, supermarkets or grocery stores, discount department stores, or chain stores. For example, Walgreens. They brew a beer for the Walgreens Big Flats. You saw my video of Big Flats, and I'm sure you know what Big Flats 1901 is, and it's, yeah, trash. Anyway, and a couple of other beers they put, exclusively for certain stores. I know Gold Line Lager for Whole Foods, um, a Merit beer for somebody else. They'll say blah 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 Rochester, New York. Gold Line Brewery, Rochester, or such brewery. All these are just dummy names, dummy corporations that are, you know, breweries made at the Genesee Brewery in Rochester. So, um, some are good, some are trash, like Big Flats. So, um, but the Genesee Cream Ale I've had, I thought that was excellent, and we get it here now in our area. I know several stores locally in the Mobile, Alabama region that sells a lot of Genesee beers, but just mostly the big three. The beer, the light, and the cream ale. And I haven't had the light yet, and but the cream ale is quite good, and that was put out in 1960. And then you have the Jenny Light, which came out in 1978. So they do quite a few other beers in their staff, but those are probably the three that's well known. And for the price, um, for this one, I got from a certain store I went to, the the hookup store, I like to call it. I got this for pretty cheap, for about $16.99 for a 30 pack for this, and that was a pretty good deal. And I'm sure it's pretty much less in other places across the country if you can get Genesee. So, got another one in the fridge. I'm going to pop another one. This is good. I mean, I'm not going to dismiss it. I mean, is this going to be a standby beer For me, it could. I think the price is decent, but I also like the price for Milwaukee's Best Light and Milwaukee's Best and High Life. The High Life Light. Those are my four standbys. Um, I can. I like the prices for those beers when I have them in the house. My significant other can't stand me any driving me sit trying any of those four beers I just mentioned. She can't stand it. She just like drinking this shit for. Drinking bullshit. This is bullshit, but you know what? I like it. Isn't that what's important? Right? So, um, for this 4.5, it's not offensive, or 5%, whatever you want to say, but I'll stick with what Genesee says. I think it's 4.5. So, it's okay. I'm gonna give this thing a 7.5 score. Um, that would be considered I don't know, maybe C plus. I guess. I mean, it's good. It's not going to become a stamp, an everyday, but it's good enough. So, C 7.5, C plus for me for this one. So, eh, go figure, huh? Go figure, huh? Join us in Pierre the Beer Ramble. 7.5 score for Genesee Beer. So keep on watching. And as always, cheers.